Hey NFT gaming fam, this is Donald here. Today I'm sharing an AMA of a very exciting game I came across recently. The game is known as Undead Blocks, and this is a shooter where you have to shoot at zombies in order to collect rewards. The rewards are in stable coins. The chief admin behind this project is talking during this AMA, and his name is Grant. So let's check this AMA out. Do minded that the quality of the recording is not very good since the recording took place here in my local time at about 5 a.m. this morning. So the max I could do is record it on the mobile itself. So all in all, it should be enough. Just to add an introduction, I will be making a detailed video on this game later. But check this AMA out until then. Thanks, guys.
I appreciate that. And it's like there is room for all of us to eat. Okay. There are plenty of people that don't like playing FPS that want to play these other games. Like I'm not trying to take over the world and only make this the play to earn game. But this is for, at the very least, I'm thinking for 2024 and beyond will be no one's going to want to ever build another zombie game for play to earn. We will have all the zombie cornered. Like we know that the Halo game's coming around is what's called the Last Destination. Like that's on our radar. And look, that game looks sick. Like Star Atlas looks awesome. I think Phantom Galaxies looks great. Clementines looks great. All these other games look great. But there are 7 billion people in the world. There's plenty of room for us to eat. There's only 20,000 in this chat. So like there's room for all of us to succeed. It's just I get frustrated because you do see some things in the industry where some things are obvious cash grabs, some things are people are half-assing it, and it just makes it look bad because when I try to sell Undead Blocks, people don't believe me because of the experience they've had on other projects. So that's like we're out here to prove people wrong. Like you said, I want to be shouting from the mountaintop in July when we're fully live. We've done it. We have a full game you can come play, and then people will start coming in droves. They're going to show up and they're going to be like cattle. We're just going to have to herd them in and get them weapons and get them signed up. We're ready for that wave.
How many people game? How many people did you say game?
Usually, 8 million on COD alone. 8 million on COD alone. Now that's not even Fortnite.
I've heard there's only 1 million people that are really in NFT. Like there's a small number of people actually in NFTs and in the space. So you could literally be a part of mass adoption, bringing gamers to the crypto space, bringing gamers to the NFT space. You could be playing a large role in mass adoption and getting people to play it if you can bring this large population of however 100 million people play video. Somebody told me it's half the world's population. I don't know if 3 billion people video game, but if you can play a part in bringing people to this space with your game and adding to the mass adoption of cryptocurrency and NFTs, we're all pioneers, but you'll be a pioneer in your own special way in this gaming area. So kudos, brother.
I appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. Half the world plays video games, but they're all participating in what I call the gaming brothel, which is you pay, and you get fucked. You pay you on your path of becoming financially independent. Now, where I think Undead Blocks can be different is the stablecoin, because you see a lot of these other games where I can just call it Axie. It's called spade a spade. Axie went from 40 cents on a silver love potion or smooth love potion to 3 cents. Like, how do you stop that? I don't have a way to stop it, so that's why we're doing the stablecoin. Like, human psychology is you ride the wave up, and then once it starts falling, everyone has paper hands. And it's just, I know that's a stupid reference, but a lot of people, it's tough to reverse their human psychology. So that is why we went to stablecoin, because you're going to wake up every day and you're going to know how much you're making from Undead Blocks every single day you play the game, straight up. There will be no mystery. You won't be looking at coin market cap to see what your Z-Bucks are at. You're just going to know. So that's why we're taking that approach. But I would say D3PO, you're exactly right. There's a lot of other projects out there, a lot of good ones, great ones that I wish I would invest in, but I'm not touching anything except for Undead Blocks. If I actually bought other projects, I would be just spending my time researching and analyzing and not building Undead Blocks, straight up. There is another project I will not name, very influential individual who is like picking fights with people on the internet and telling them where they think their currencies are going to go, all while trying to build a game behind the scenes. Like, how are you spending that much time on Twitter, tweeting at people, getting angry at them, but not like building your own game? Okay. So that's why I'm so invested in Undead Blocks. You'll never see me talk about another project. But yeah, I definitely have both of my eyes on the industry, and I see what people are doing. And that's why we've been in silence. Like, we had 283 people on Discord on New Year's Eve. Now we have 20,000 because for the last 6 months we've been building, but I've been watching. I've been seeing what's working and what's not. People love stability. They love sustainability, and they'll invest in something that they believe has high upside. I think you're getting all three of those with Undead Blocks, straight up. Next question.
You're
All right.
awesome.
Oh,
Love it.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just chilling. You're awesome. Yeah. Let's make it happen.
That's not a question, but I appreciate the support.
All right, Grant. I wanted to ask this question because, like, maybe, I'm not really that senior into NFTs. I've been doing this for like 2 months, and like, luckily I landed on Freaks and Guilds and BMC, some really solid projects. And I just want to know what makes like the ecosystem, like for the value from the Z-Bucks to actual ETH. You know what I mean? Like, what contributes to that? Is that the sales that's going on in the secondary market, or the splits that's happening on renting your loadouts? You know what I mean? Like, what actually influences the influx?
You're saying what influences the price of Z-Bucks? How do we make it stable?
Yeah, right. Like, what does that? Like, how does it increase? Is it from people increasing the price on secondary markets, and like, you know what I mean? That influences the price. Like, what stabilizes that, and what fluctuates it, basically? I don't know if that's
Well,
like
since we're
a strange
no, that's a good
question.
question, Dre. No, it's good. So basically, you're saying is like, what's the catch? Like, how can we continue offering Z-Bucks at 10 cents a coin? Because because we're rerouting all the money from the NFT sales. B, we're going to upsell you on purchasing different weapons, having you burn your weapons for the wave gun. Every time you use the Z-Bucks to upgrade, we don't pay for that. And people are going to just upgrade their weapons to sell them on OpenSea. And we also have ways to generate revenue, such as wagered matches. Potentially, you buy loot boxes that might have limited edition skins or swag packs, or just any of the kind of stuff that you want to have, like the potentially a weapon ed pack NFT in a swag, like sorry, not a swag pack, a loot box. And also the potential to license out ad space. Like you just see the Dark Echelon skin that I just dropped. Like we didn't pay Amir for that, but there are going to be people that want to pay for that have their branding on it. It's just a matter of how much we're going to allow them. Or if we do something where it's like we offer like the Dark Echelon pack and they get to pick 4 weapons they have, and then we sell 1,000 packs because it's limited edition, and we sell them for $2,000 a piece. Well, there's $2 million in revenue. Maybe we do like a 90-10 split. They keep 200K, we keep 1.8 million. Like that all goes into treasury too. So many different ways for us to generate revenue. It's just a matter of making sure that we have the treasury management. That's why we put in the scaling payouts. We're going to pay out the people that are at, prestiging more. We're not going to pay out the people that just show up. So at least for the gamers themselves. So that's how this becomes sustainable per se.
No, well, what about selling? So that kind of answers my question. You guys are setting the price on the Z-Bucks, like nothing else. Is it going to be for sale to the public?
Yes, but you can buy it from us directly, and then you can use them to upgrade. Yeah, and we're going to offer like flash sales and stuff. Like maybe like once a month we'll do like 10% off Z-Bucks, and you can use them to upgrade.
Okay, so will the Z-Bucks like naturally, like if people are willing to pay more, it's going to like increase the value of the Z-Bucks? Thus, our payouts also increasing?
In theory. Well,
okay.
In theory, but we wouldn't. The only way we're going to increase the payouts is if our economy is sustainable, and then we're confident that an increase in payouts will not affect the sustainability. That's where. But then when that happens, oh man, I mean, Undead Token will probably double. If we said breaking news, Undead Blocks is doubling payouts, like Undead Token will probably nuke. Like they'll be like, holy shit, they've done it. They've cracked the code. Like that's kind of what would happen, we think. But it really just depends, because we don't want to overshoot and then have to pull back payouts and everybody gets pissed off. So we're gonna undersell and then over deliver.
Is there going to be a cap for how much people can buy Z-Bucks with?
No.
Or is that uncapped? Like I can buy like $1 million worth of Z-Bucks.
Yeah, if you want to.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah.
I'll
like,
take it. Yeah, like, yeah. No cap.
Okay.
Look, if people want to invest in Undead Blocks, we're going to let them invest in Undead Blocks,
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And you could use those Undead Blocks to buy loadouts, or no?
The Z-Bucks? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do we know what that's going to look like? Like how many Z-Bucks it's going to take to buy a loadout?
No, we're still working on the final pricing of that, but it's gonna be cheap to do it at the first couple levels and be more expensive at the higher levels. So we're gonna have that available to you as soon as we finalize it, but it's just for each weapon. We might have to tweak it. So yeah, once that's available, we'll get it out to you.
Okay, cool. And when you were talking about grinding and like, you can make like $30 and like, buy enough for like pizza or whatever, like how long is that? Is that like 8 hours of grinding or is that like, 12 hours?
2 to 3.
Like, oh,
2 to 3 per
get out
person.
of here. Okay. All right. That's completely reasonable.
All right, guys, keep them coming.
Oh, dude, I actually have one more thing I wanted to ask.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Would I be able to like, talk to you later about like maybe being like the sound guy on here and like having like different kind of things coming in, maybe like an intro, and like we actually get things going on like an actual kind of like stage vibe and we kind of plan it all? I don't know if you're open to something like that.
It's a party.
Can you repeat that one? Yeah, I got a little feedback there. Can you repeat that one for me?
Yeah, you know how that last time the guy was doing like the audio feedback? I was wondering if you had like, an interest in some kind of position like that where like, I could set up like a grant intro and like we can kind of make it more like of a stage presence.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Cool.
I'd love to.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna work on some stuff and then I'll shoot you a DM and we can test some things out.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Right on.
See if there's anything from the chat. Give me a second here. Let me just scroll up. I love Grant's passion, man. Listen, I mean, when you know you have a winner, it's easy to be passionate about it. So if I have one whitelist that will be guaranteed to mint on mint day, yes. Way too much to read there, but appreciate the kind words. Let's see. Okay, I think those all are pretty much answered. Seems like we're slowing down. Are you considered the GOAT? No.
Yeah, I got
I've done
a
nothing
question
yet.
on that chance, Grant.
Hey, go ahead.
Has there been any talk of having like a free-to-play leaderboard where at the end the person will win the lowest pack possible, and then it could be sponsored by somebody? Because I'd be willing to like buy somebody a whitelist spot in the future, and then hopefully it would continue on where we could keep helping the people that can't get into the game by promoting something. Like we'll just use Undead Blocks as the example. That Undead Blocks is sponsoring it, and anytime somebody mentions it, we mention Undead Blocks. Is something like that possible?
Are you saying like a leaderboard as in the game, or a leaderboard is like somewhere else?
But like when you were talking about the free to play, like having a free to play leaderboard where the
yeah. Well, here's the thing.
And then
free to play. It's a good point. Like maybe we have a free to play leaderboard, and a person that gets the farther gets a weapon pack. It's not a bad idea, but we're really targeting people that want to invest in the ecosystem. But it's not a bad idea for sure.
I have a question. All right, you go.
Here's somebody's ticking clock in the background.
Grant, the way that we rent our loadout to other players, let's say that, I learned that 3 hours a day sounds fun to me, but let's say at some point I just can't do 3 hours. Let's say I'm going to Hawaii for a week and I can't play for a week. Is the way to rent out our loadout going to be through some type of engagement with your website or your server, the game itself? Will that all be within
it'll
the game?
be the Undead Marketplace. Yeah, the Undead Blocks Marketplace.
Perfect.
Where you do it. Yep.
Hey,
no, I agree. Look, I was just in Cancun a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
my man.
It should. You're not switching. Listen, I'm firing up again for another rant here. This whole nonsense that everything has to be on chain is just a lie. It doesn't have to be. Like us keeping it off chain, allowing you guys to credit accounts based on access codes is so much safer. It reduces phishing. It reduces the risk. Like the worst thing that could happen is you lend out your weapon to somebody and you don't get it back because there's something wrong with our smart contract. That would be the worst thing that could happen. You'd never play Undead Blocks again. You know how much FUD we'd receive. It's just so much safer to do things off chain. Not everything needs to be on chain. That's the thing with play to earn. Like the token itself, Undead Blocks, yeah, have that token on chain. You can see how much everyone is selling or buying. But the actual in-game economics do not need to be on chain. I will go to my deathbed for that because that's what auditing is for, okay? These actual businesses that run themselves like businesses that I've worked for and Michael has worked for and Isaac and Kate, we've all worked for these Fortune 100 companies, and all of them have accounts behind the scenes, crediting and debiting things. Like, I have a background in accounting, okay? I know that through the stablecoin, we're going to need rigorous auditing to make sure we have enough money in the treasury to pay out. But newsflash, banks don't hold all of their money in cash, okay? They invest in other assets, such as treasuries and Loan Depot, like all these other things. So I think it's important for us to take as much of it off chain and have more auditing behind the scenes with a company like Certic than put things on chain and lend you guys to risk of losing your assets. OpenSea is the market leader for market like exchanges for NFTs, okay? And they just got hacked just through a phishing email, okay? So like, what happens if you get a phishing email from Undead Blocks that says your weapon is now live to rent, click, and then someone drains your NFT? You know how pissed off you'd be? You'd never play the game again. So that's why we're trying to keep it as safe as possible while still offering as much as we can for on-chain. This Undead Blocks really developed as a GameFi project, and what it's just morphed into is a vendetta against the traditional gaming model where you just pay, and you are nothing. And the easiest way for us to continue on that objective is to take as much as we can off-chain and just have more auditing so that you guys are safe, okay? Because it just makes no sense for us to spend a lot of money for an algorithm, even for the stablecoin, and then be listed on websites where there's potential to have the whole system collapse. Same with the NFTs, the buying and selling. We want to have all of that taken care of on OpenSea. We don't compete against ourselves, but the lending, you're going to be getting that asset back after 3 days, 7 days, 1 month. Why do you physically have to hand it over to somebody? You know? So there's just many different ways for doing what we're doing in terms of taking things off chain, but that's what is going to happen is it's not going to actually transfer ownership. It's just going to be credited to your account based on how much the player uses it. Kind of went on a tangent there, but so I hope that answers your question.
Hey, I've got a question just about the Undead tokens.
Go ahead.
So obviously there's a lot of hype going, and so we're hoping for that whitelist to get in and start playing the beta. But if we don't, can we then get it on some Undead token action beforehand, or is there any sort of anything going on from an investment point of view?
So Undead token is going live in about a month. We're just finalizing which central exchange we're going to use. We've had some conversations with some massive exchanges. They want this. They know we're going to be the top crypto game of 2022. Now, I just can't tell you who it's going to be because we're still negotiating with them on which platform we're going to be on. But that'll be out in about a month, maybe a month and a half. And we'll let you guys know as soon as that's ready.
Cool. And so is it going to be, I mean, sometimes you see these token, launches, that sort of stuff. Is there going to be any sort of, Discord early access to that sort of stuff, get a good pricing, or is it just going to be on the public?
Yeah, we're still working on that. We definitely want to try to get as many people as we can in the Discord that participate. It's just I don't know what that looks like yet, but when that information becomes available, I'll let you know. Now we are going to be also leveraging a launch pad called Gamepad to help us launch. So once I have that info, I'll give it to you. I just don't have it right now, but you'll be the first to know once we go live.
Cool. Cheers, man.
Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Hey, Grant, I had another question.
Go ahead.
I supposedly heard in the general chat that in the future you guys might possibly do tournaments.
Oh, it's coming. It's not a might. We will be offering tournaments for sure.
Oh, that sounds
just
amazing.
Going to take some time to put it in the right format that we want. But yeah, it's coming. It's not a if, it's a when.
All right, love to hear it, Grant.
Question, Grant. Will this game be available on Steam?
So Steam actually doesn't allow blockchain gaming, which kind of sucks. But we have actually partnered with a group that is branding themselves as the Steam of blockchain gaming. And they're still working through their private rounds, but We're going to be going live on their platform. They have Alluvium is also going to be one of their flagship games. We're going to be the flagship FPS game for them. I think Phantom Galaxy is also going to be on this platform too. So yeah, we will be on a sort of de facto Steam, but since Steam doesn't allow blockchain gaming, it's just we can't be on them. But we're going to try to get on the next best thing.
Gotcha. Thanks. I was thinking of exposure because Steam is the previous one. Yeah. Thank you.
Really, and for us, we've been infiltrating these COD groups where they're hosting these massive tournaments and start branding them as, hey, you come hang with us, you're going to start making money. We get you to convert as many of your COD players, and then we just go from there.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Hello. May I ask?
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Okay, so will there be a ranking system or a leaderboard in the game itself, like rankings?
Yes. Yeah, there's going to be leaderboards for either monthly or quarterly leaders, and they're going to get rewarded with either swag packs. Maybe we give them a weapon NFT. Maybe we give them a limited edition skin. So yeah, definitely going to be leaderboards. It's going to be very competitive.
Oh, okay.
Grant, I just had a moment. I'm gonna need your help now to think this through. So I just told my girlfriend about my week and what I accomplished and how I just arrived with you guys, and she understands the NFT space. And I'm telling her, and I just had this thought, and I said, she plays Fortnite with her son, and she's getting better at it, but she could definitely handle like killing zombies. And I said, baby, I could let you play this. You can make money. She's like, really? So if I let her play, how am I going to get another loadout? Am I going to like buy it off the market? And like, I don't want to rent. Like, if I don't want to rent somebody, am I going to be able to acquire more loadouts and more weapons so that she can play and I can play, and then like her son can play if he wants to? And I'm going to whore everybody out.
I will give you a whitelist spot on the spot if you bring her on the microphone right now, so I can ask her questions.
All right, how do I do that? Because she's doing clothes on the North Shore. Like I can, she just called me doing laundry. Is there a way to do that? Can I
get her out of the laundry room and bring her over? And
I know what I can do. I can put her on speakerphone and put this on speakerphone.
This is going to be epic.
I'll get her back on there. She's sweet. All right, you go do your thing, and I'll get her back on the phone, and we'll figure this out. Let me get off my AirPod.
Hey, get her on the phone, and because we'll get you a second whitelist spot for you.
Because what we'll do is
she can play, but I'm going to ask her a bunch of questions first, and we're going to make a scene out of this.
Okay, yeah, like I could get a smaller loadout, right? She's just like a basic thing to start. And instead of getting like crazy and getting one, get her a normal one. I get a better one, but whatever it is, based on contribution to the fund, and do it like that, and maybe get her. That'd be cool. I'm coming back. I'm gonna get this set up.
I was gonna say all we need to do is get a girlfriend
this
to get
guy
a
the golden ticket, huh? Yeah, I just gave this guy the golden ticket. Next question.
Hey, Grant, I have a question. This is Eric. Hey, how's it going? So, say I'm into the amateur pack, for example. So, for people who don't own the NFT, what are they starting off with when they play Undead blocks? Is there any incentive for them to rent out the amateur pack, or they're going to start off with a knife and a pistol as well?
So the people that are playing free to play, they can't even earn Z-Bucks. So they wouldn't really be like a candidate for lending. Now, if you're fortunate enough to lend out an asset, I would assume that they're going to probably choose a zombie killer over the amateur pack, but it might depend. Like the people that have the amateur pack might offer a better split so that they can get the revenue from the lend. Like, for example, if you're going 70-30 for the zombie killer pack, well, maybe you say, okay, I can give you an amateur pack, but you keep 50% of the money. So then people are going to have to do the math internally. Where do you make more money? With the zombie killer pack getting 30% or the amateur pack with 50%? That's what I think the market's going to end up doing. But it's impossible to say before, the game launch. But that's where I think it would go.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Well, since our friend Kane has joined the voice chat, maybe he could answer maybe a question or two.
Is he in here?
He is. Maybe we can get him to say what he's got planned here in the next month for marketing.
Well, he hasn't really been doing much working lately, so it's good to see he's finally online. He's just, he's in Austin, Texas.
Too much party.
The guy goes to Austin one time, he disappears off the face of the earth.
He got a taste of the U.S.
You got the floor for 5 minutes. Let me go to the bathroom. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. You go.
Doubtless.
All right, Kane. What kind of big things you got coming marketing wise? You got some big groups, some articles
We've
coming
got
out. What
loads,
do we
yeah.
got going on?
We got loads of stuff coming up, bro. Some stuff that we can't really talk about, but there's lots coming. Trust me. We've got probably 100+ messages a day from big groups and big alpha groups that want to get involved. We've literally just. Do you guys know who Amir Hussein is as well? Let me post it in the chat.
Yeah, I do. I've heard of him.
He's literally just posted the NFT that we made for him and his group. Let me get that link.
Yeah, we all went and retweeted it.
Yeah, so we've done that with quite a few groups, quite a few big YouTubers, and we've got some other people. Ash Robin is.
Oh yeah, he was big on crypto bats. We certainly know.
Yeah, so we're speaking to him at the moment. Well, I'm speaking to him at the moment, sorting a few things out of him. But yeah, we've got loads of stuff coming.
Any esport groups you've been talking to at all, or to get
Grant's been in a lot of conversations with quite a lot of esports guys and guilds and stuff like that as well. That's going to be like one of our big focuses, especially when the game comes out. We want to get this all over. Grant's got a few huge Twitch streamers that are going to be all over this game when we launch.
Hey, Grant, quick question for you. Are you from the UK, mate? I've just joined the Discord now as an
No, Grant's from New York, Buffalo, I think. I'm from London.
Oh, yeah, good time. Whereabouts in London?
Yeah, but I'm in Austin, Texas, and I'm going to Miami in the morning. So.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, whereabouts in London are you from,
though? East London.
Oh, no way, same. Well, I won't ask too
many.
many
Who'd you spot?
West Ham, but I've got a soft
West
spot
Ham
for
too?
Yeah, of course, mate.
Yeah, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. yesterday to watch the game.
Oh, no way. Dedicated,
Yeah,
mate.
of course. I've not missed a game for about 14 years now.
Oh, wow. Nice, man. Yeah.
Listen, there's no better guy in the industry right now than Kane. The guy's an absolute unit. GCC, that's Kane. Amir, he was on Amir like a cheap suit. He was all over him like a cheap suit. The guy just he has an insane work ethic. His motor doesn't stop. Yeah, he likes to have a little fun at night, and you guys see that in a chat. Like, of course, maybe he likes one too many martinis now and then, but that's the price you got to pay for top quality talent. So, you know, he did finish second in the Google Ads competition in Europe when he was still employed by that employer, and we love having him. Like, there's no one else we'd rather have. Yeah, he's great. He just, you know, sometimes you hit the bottle and things happen, but it happens to everybody.
Grant, you want to ask my girlfriend a question?
Is she ready?
This is Chelsea Grant. Yeah, she can hear you on speakerphone, I think.
Chelsea, hi, Chelsea. How are you? This is going to be a good one. Okay, so your boyfriend has been asking me a lot of questions, a guy on the internet he's never met before, but a guy who's going to change his life by allowing you and him to play a video game for money. Has he sold you on Undead blocks?
Just about, but he's a sweet talker, so. But
Okay.
I'd love to hear your.
That's how did you guys meet each other?
Very romantically at a bar.
To be fair, her best friend was a bartender that works for me, and I helped my bartender because I needed her to work. I took care of 3 very serious traffic tickets. One like where she was stopped in the interstate because things were falling off her car, and so she was like, "If you wasn't my boss, I'd date you." I was like, "Well, you're my employee. I'm not dating you." I said, "But I'd love to meet some of your friends," and she introduced me to Chelsea.
Chelsea, you have an absolute keeper of a boyfriend. Congratulations, you've done it. You've cracked the code. Like, I've cracked the code for play to earn gaming. You've cracked the code on how to acquire a nice man. So we're going to give you a whitelist spot to get you guys to be able to play with each other. Not in a sexual way, but like play the video game with each other. So yeah, but when, okay, so the terms are when you get the game, I'm going to need to see a picture, not of your faces, just of you two, like with your controllers, with Undead blocks, playing the game together, and you guys are going to be like the Undead blocks couple.
So little secret,
we are following
Grant.
your story.
Little secret, it's you're gonna get more than that because I come from what I consider top tier projects that aren't gaming projects, but I come from Antonym and Collider. I've been on camera for 4 months now. I was in the beginning of the first voice chats that ever existed. I was probably one of the first people ever on camera on Discord in the NFT space. You will 100%. I have to keep her from twerking all the time on camera, so you will get us on camera with our faces. That's not a problem. I'd be on camera right now if your room wasn't full. I swear. I do it every night.
Me too. That's the problem. It's hard for me.
I'm going back on camera. Yeah, when I leave here, I'll
The
be back on
funniest thing
camera.
about that is that I always have to stop Grant from twerking on camera when we do team meetings as well.
D3PO, you guys are like the official power couple of Undead Blocks. We're ready to see your story. It's like
that's sweet. She's a good girl. You'll like her.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad we can support, and congratulations on your whitelist spot. Just send me your Ethereum address, D3PO, flip it over, and we'll get that taken care of for you.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We believe in love here at Undead Blocks. In a zombie apocalyptic universe, it's important for people to stick together and keep recreating those that have fallen. It sounds kind of weird. That's what Kane's job is.
Hello, Grant.
Hello.
This SV. I just heard about love things, and I'm like, oh man, I kind of envy them because when I said, my love here is also trash talking, in Undead Blocks because we're a competitive type. So when we play, we don't say sweet things. We are more of trash talk each other when we play. Because we want to see who's better. That's our kind of thing. So now I'm gonna ask some question, boss, based from
Go ahead.
From the gameplay. So I saw it's there's like a pack a punch. Will there be something like that after the 30th wave, 30 wave?
No,
So
look, pack a punch is just straight Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I mean, your weapon NFT is your weapon NFT. Like, we don't want to be Call of Duty 2.0. Like, if we went that way, it's just kind of like we can come up with our own ideas. It's like we're not doing the mystery box.
Okay. How about the running slide, boss? You slide, or if you do shoving so far? I haven't seen anything.
No, it's like you can go prone, but it doesn't look like the running slide in Call of Duty. Like, the way to do those animations, it's a lot of dev work that goes into it. So, yeah, you can go fully prone, but you don't really have the need to go to prone in COD Zombies, to be honest. So, yeah, you can do like crouch, prone, you could teabag, you do all that stuff.
Okay, that last one, boss. So the buff, are they permanent, or they're gonna be like for 30 minutes, for 20 minutes?
The perks are
example,
permanent.
you drink them, then.
Yep, they're permanent. But if you die, then you have to buy them again.
Oh, okay. That's all, boss. I just kind of heard that there's a couple here. I'm like, oh man, understand anything here on the Undead Blocks, but they're so bullish when I talk to them. They don't know what's how to get the whites. They don't understand any of the English. They don't know the language at all. But based on the game, because this is the only FPS that they see, that's legit. And it's zombies, it's way easier than competitive like CSGO or Fortnite like that. So I'm thinking of how can we give them a spot if there's something like whitelist event that they can't understand a single English at all.
Let me follow up with you offline on that. I think you're right. I think there are a lot of gamers in the Chinese space and play to earn. We definitely need to be tapping into that more. It's just all of us are, from America and Kane's from the UK. So yeah, we definitely need to do that. I'm just checking here to see, like, there's some pretty good activity in the Chinese chat, but yeah, we definitely need to lean into that more. I'll follow up with you offline for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your hard work moderating every day for us. Give some SV some love.
I'm just bringing people. More of we're talking here are like some boss and
yeah, Carson's a beast.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I have another question.
Go ahead.
So, what do you think is more advantageous? Like, playing a few different kinds of, like, I guess, multiple games, or do you think like getting to as high of a round as possible? Is there like any milestones, achievements for like getting to, let's say, higher rounds in this game?
Let me mute this guy. Give me a sec. Anyone know who that is? I think that's Squirrely.
I got him.
You got him. Thank you, KG. Sniped.
Yeah.
My honest opinion is to buy the zombie killer and then to play the King of the Hill matches, and you get 70%. If you win every of those matches, you get 70% of all the Z-Bucks earned. That's what I would do. Now, if you have the amateur pack, it's probably makes sense to just grind through the squads matches and let other people with better weapons. All right, let's get that one muted too.
So, like, when you get whitelisted, you can choose from like one of those packs, right?
Yeah, you can pick any pack you want.
Gotcha.
We wanted to make sure that everyone has a chance to choose what they want. I would be lying to you if I said I cared about you guys as like a community, but then made you choose a pack you weren't comfortable with. So you can choose any pack you want.
How many?
You guys have a.
Oh wait, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
I was gonna see. Do you guys have a date announced for Mint?
It'll be in like 3 weeks. Not an official date. We're still finishing the whitelist program. It'll be mid-March. Thanks.
Okay. All right, cool.
Grant, got a question?
All right, you take that. Well, I'll take this question, and then I'll give away the whitelist spots, and then I'll take a couple more questions, and we'll wrap it up around 11 o'clock. How's that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So just lastly, not obviously referring to COD at all again, but is there going to be any sort of clan tag, sort of feature with the game so we can, obviously identify all of our crew?
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, of course. All right, guys, you know the drill. So actually, maybe you don't know the drill. Would anyone here like to explain to the group how we do giveaways on the Hasley hotline?
Of course, we do the randomizer.
The almighty randomizer. Okay, guys, so this is how it works. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Actually, is Kane in here too? Is he still in here? Okay, good. If Kane wins, we're gonna redraw. He's already gonna have every weapon we ever make, so he doesn't need to win the spot. Bloody hell. Okay, so how this is gonna go down, and please keep your mics muted through this process, and I'll let you guys open it up for hype later. I am gonna take screenshots of the amount of people in the chat, okay, in the voice chat. And then I'm gonna go to random.org, and you're all gonna get assigned a number. And then from the number, you are going to be able to win the giveaway if we land on you. So now it's closed. Don't tell anybody to jam in here because I'm closing it up. Can you guys see my screen? Can I get a yes from KG if you guys can see my screen still?
Yep, can see it, man.
Good.
No, I can't see
You guys know the drill. Okay, so let me go back to Word. I actually don't even think I have Word.
Sorry to. I'm trying to put in the stream, and it's saying that it has a maximum number of viewers.
Yeah, I can't view it either.
Okay, as long as I have a couple people viewing and for my honor, that's fine. Like this is the best way we can do it. Like I can't open it up to everybody if there's too many people in the chat. So
that's fine. I see it.
Okay. If some of you guys can just see it, that's fine. And then you just trust me, I will not rig it. Okay. I'm giving you guys a
Can we design our own emblems?
No, not yet, but maybe later. Maybe in the future, like season 2, etc. I'm gonna have to take a new snip here because a couple people just joined.
Did you like the new album cover I designed?
Yes, you're just absolute genius at what you do. What the hell am I doing? Sorry, guys.
What's your favorite album? I'll design it.
My favorite album, I think that the best one that you've done so far is the Drake one, like the the side picture. That's the best one. The life of
What's your favorite album?
Just keep doing more rap ones.
Do one for me.
Like
2014 Forest Hills Drive with my face on it.
Wow, J. Cole. Do one for Kane. Yeah, do one for Kane.
It's got to be done.
That's a cold.
J. Cole?
It's cold.
2014 Forest Hills Drive.
2014. Can you put it in the chat so I can remember?
Yeah.
Hey, Grant, kudos to your community. This is my first night here. The fact that you had this many people in a non-stage controlled AMA where you didn't have to mute everybody muted themselves respectfully. My hat's off to your community and to you.
We appreciate that. Look, we try to do things right around here. Like everyone around here is just invested in the project and they're just chilling to hang out. Like it's 10:30 at night on a Sunday and we got 70 people in here. So it's great to see. And I love talking about Undead Blocks. Anyone that's here, like I just try to get through as many questions as I can. And then that's how it grows. Cause then it spreads like wildfire. Then these people will tell their friends like, hey, you need to check out one of these things. And that's why we do the giveaways for the people that are in the chat too. Like I know everyone can't make it all the time, but the ability to just like hang and like talk it out like men and women instead of just hearing everything in the, through the grapevine. I think it's important. So I'm just going to go through here, guys. I'm almost done. I'm on Sleevo. Sorry to you that just joined and you're not in. It's just, if I kept doing that, I would never run this. So after Sleevo is Son of John. Then we go to Videxify. Okay. So before I wrap things up, as I finish this up, we are going to be having 4 more AMAs at the minimum this week. We're going to have My Pet Hooligan. We're going to have Platoon DAO. We're going to have Club 721. We're also going to have the Ascendants, and then a Neo Tokyo one for me that is a closed AMA, so you guys can't attend that one unless you're a citizen. I know Top Hup's in here; he's a citizen. So, okay, let me just count up the members here. Let's see, 50, does it say 50? No, because that's the max. Okay, so let me just do this. Feel free to unmute yourselves and talk amongst yourselves while I count. Go ahead.
Yeah. 9, 10, hey, just bouncing off what he noticed. Like the community that we have here was been, gaming community was like 40 decades we've met in Web 2. We kind of like met each other there. We already have a community, so I think that's really why we can work together. We're mellow, we're chill, and we can do little tasks, especially together, and it's like in unison. So it's pretty cool.
Yo, D3, did you just join today?
I got pulled in within the last few days. I had, in one of my other groups, somebody told me about it because they knew I like zombie games, and I don't think I realized what this was. And then I was talking to somebody last night, and they're like, Undead Blocks is. I was like, wait a minute, that's what that is. And so I went and found the server and been kind of tracking it to see, when the voice chat kind of filled up. And I saw the voice chat tonight. I was like, well, that's a good group. And then I came in here and met Grant, met you guys, and I've seen some crypto bats in here, which I've probably hung with before in crypto bats. But this is my first time hanging out in VC, and just what a great night. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Grant's awesome.
I appreciate that, guys.
Gamers. Yeah, Grant, you're a good dude. I know, for me, like as a 46-year-old lawyer, I'm just one of those weird kids that grew up console kid, went to only PC during COVID, and just has to happen to have like a weird obsession with zombie games. I literally have played Project Zomboid, Days Gone, and 7 Days to Die, the last 3 games I played, other than Valheim. I got a love for that indie Valheim Minecraft Viking game. But other than that, I've been playing zombie games. That's it with my buddies.
Hell yeah. You're the exact kind of person we want. Welcome home, Survivor. You've achieved Nirvana.
Thank you.
All right, fellas. So we have 105 people on my list. It's a pretty good turnout for a Sunday night. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
So you guys see on this? Can you guys see those of 50 of you that have the access to see? You can see my random.org is on here, 1 through 105. Correct? Can I get some yeses, please?
Yes.
Listen, before I do this, you guys have to make sure that you're following me on Twitter and that you've retweeted the tweet that I gave about the whitelist giveaway. Because if I click on you and you're not following me on Twitter, I'm going to repoll. This is your last chance, okay? Grant _Undead. It's pretty simple. Except for that clear for everybody?
He said
Except
yeah,
for, yes, the one guy that doesn't have Twitter, that's fine.
It's Jimmy 2 times allowed.
Yes, it is Jimmy 2 time. That's the Jimmy 2 time clause. He's in here a lot, and he's like, "Nah, fuck that. I ain't gonna download Twitter, you pleb." So it's the Jimmy 2 time.
It's against my religion, Grant. Don't be racist.
How many rolls?
How many rolls, gentlemen? How many rolls and women?
5,
4,
6.
We
did 6 last time.
I think
Three
you
is the
should
magic number.
7's a new number. 7's a new number, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do 7.
3 because 3 is
Now,
completely
again, one more product placement plug. Amir Hussein just dropped the first collab skin. If you haven't already, go comment on his post and tell him how sick it looks and how Undead Blocks is changing the world before I start rolling.
You're
Okay?
forgetting all about
Can you guys do that for me? In exchange, I'll give away 2 whitelist spots.
Did you see what the mod said?
Kane's right.
Did you see the post?
What'd he say?
It went from 200
He
to like
said he was like,
400.
"Time to follow my Instagram." Damn.
Oh yes. Can you please follow Kane on Instagram? Unfortunately, our website has not been updated with his Instagram, so please plug it. Kane _ UB.
Got you.
It has been updated. Okay.
The tournaments and stuff on the Twix, I think, are going to be just as big, if not bigger, than Neo. Don't even really know much about NFTs, but they've heard about that tournament and Neo Tokyo. I think in time that'll happen. There's just so much to come for it, man. Shit. Yeah, y'all got what it's going to be, and I think that you guys are building what it needs to be, and you guys kept your heads down and just done what you've had to do.
I was a hype man, huh?
Man, I'm
Listen,
DCG, man. I'm the one that found you for DCG.
Yeah, without